Hello, you are watching Nick Rhodes.
That's Simon Le Bon.
We're Duran.
When you release a new album, I think it isn't always an exciting time because you've spent so long working on the songs and the arrangements, and this one actually took about 18 months to do. When you're just a few weeks away and you're doing those final mixes, the excitement grows of just putting it out there and knowing that it's done, and then you have to wait and see what people think. But with All You Need Is Now, I think we're thrilled actually that we worked with Mark Ronson. Turned out really well.
When we went into the studio with Mark, we talked about what we were going to do. We had quite a bit. In fact, it's the first time we've ever really sat down and talked with our producer about how we were going to approach the record and what we wanted the record to be. And he said, you guys, I really loved your first two albums, but then you kind of went off the track a bit with your third one. It was very eclectic, but it lacked direction, and it didn't really hold together properly, and I didn't like it so much. So I want to make the third album that Duran never made. I don't want to make it to sound like the 1980s, but I want to capture the spirit of the band from the early 80s, when you were more experimental, before you'd started becoming more orthodox. I thought that's very true,
I don't think we've ever been really nostalgic. We're very proud of what we've created, but this album that we've just done feels incredibly modern, even though it draws upon things from our past. I guess we just realized, with some of the guidance of Mark Ronson on this, that the sort of the DNA of the band throughout all the records belongs to us, and it is part of us. So to use certain aspects of it in a new way seemed to make sense. I guess the other side of that is that we've spent quite a few albums, quite a lot of years, and through a few albums running away from some of that, of our own sound, trying to discover something new. And a lot of people have said, well, why didn't you do this before? Well, I guess because nobody asked, or we didn't think the timing was right, or because we were doing other things.
Yeah, well, the song Leopard is got, and Nick started it really. I mean, the instrumental part of it it's almost totally Nick's instrumental. We came up with a really nice melody for it, but it needed two voices, so I sang the one of them. And we were searching around a little bit to find somebody else to do that other part, weren't we?
We needed someone with real charisma, style, a great voice, and someone who was sort of brave enough to take it on. And we had a very, very short list, and Khalees being on the top of it. We had no idea whether she'd be interested in it at all, so we were thrilled when she said yes, because I think it was brave of her, because it's not in the area she's been used to, but then she's made some pretty extraordinary records. Yeah, I think if we can just keep ourselves interested and involved, and we all have this hunger to find new things and new ways of presenting Duran and new ways of doing something that people haven't really done yet, then that's super exciting.